Alright, today I'm going to be reacting to The Queen is Dead. Yep, there she is. She is, in fact, dead. This came out in 1986, 10 songs, of course, by the Smiths. I've heard one Smiths album. I believe it was the self-titled album that I've heard from them. I enjoyed that quite a bit. I've kind of grown up with the Smiths music in a weird way. My dad was always a huge fan of them, so I've heard quite a bit of their music through my childhood, through my early years. So I'm kind of accustomed to their sound. I'm interested to see if that's going to make me push this away in a weird way, or if I'm going to embrace it more. I mean, if their self-titled is any evidence, I'm probably going to enjoy this, because like I said, I loved that album. Yeah, there's not much else to say. Just go join the Patreon if you want to see this reaction uncut, or if you want to request some albums for me to react to. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. The first track is the title track, The Queen is Dead.
Charles, don't you ever crave to appear on the front of the Daily Mail? The rest, that's nothing, you should hear me play piano. We can go for a walk where it's quiet and dry. Law and poverty,
Oh. Nice kind of wah quality to that guitar. It's a lot more explosive than pretty much anything on their self-titled. Cover that up. Cover that abomination up. The panning. So yeah, I feel like that fixed a lot of the complaints I had about their self-titled album. While I did love that album, I felt that it lacked ambition a little bit, and the song structures got a little predictable throughout the course of the album. This didn't feel predictable in the slightest. It felt a little bit more ambitious than the self-titled album, and a lot more explosive. I do like the kind of cheeky attitude we got going on here. I didn't know it would actually be kind of a critique and making a mockery of the royal family. I didn't know if that was actually going to be part of the content matter of the album, but I'm happy that it is, because I wholeheartedly agree with that sentiment. I wholeheartedly agree with the kind of how weird it is that the media kind of drools over the royal family, and despite all the terrible things that they've done in the past, you know. So I love the message here. I love the attitude to it. I love Morrissey's voice. He's always got this kind of smooth and really welcoming, airy kind of, but also kind of like theatrical delivery. I feel like he really turned up the sass on this one quite a bit. There's a couple vocal inflections that were really, again, sassy, just had a lot of attitude to them, and it fit the content matter of the track really well. So yeah, that was great. Let's keep it going. Frankly, Mr. Shankly.
Frankly, Mr. Shankly, this position I've held, it pays my way and it corrodes my soul. I want to leave.
I love these types of grooves. There's something very ska about these types of grooves, with the accents on the 2 and 4. 1, 2. Those big toms.
I didn't realize you wrote such bloody awful poetry. You are a flatulent pain in the ass. I do not mean to be so rude.
Morrissey is known to throw these kind of just left field lines out of there that really grab your attention. You are a flatulent pain in the ass. Arse, I guess. I think there was a track on the Smith self-titled where he's like, I'll spit in your eye. So he's known to throw some goofy lines in here and there. What is this even about? I don't really know at all. While referencing a real life disagreements, this also calls back to a consistent theme throughout the album: resentment and emptiness caused by fulfillment of desire and success. It corrodes his soul because it pays his way, not in spite of it. Fame, fatal fame, play hideous tricks on your brain. Yeah, so it seems like him just kind of being, I can't think of words right now. My brain is just, oh, this is annoying me. Why can't I think of the word I'm thinking? The fame is eating away at him. I don't know why I couldn't remember the word eating. That's like the most just basic word of all time. The fame's eating away at him here. Yeah, let's keep it going. I'm enjoying this so far. I feel like Morrissey's, he's still got his great silky smooth voice, but I feel like he's displaying a little bit more personality and attitude on this album so far, which is really fun. I feel like I've heard this. Yeah. Oh, that reverby rim hit, so satisfying. I do feel like this track could use something. It feels a little bit flavorless. We'll see if it's added here. There we go. This track isn't really doing it for me. Melody is a bit boring. Instrumentally, it feels a bit flavorless. I don't like those strings either. I like the concept of that track quite a bit. I think the execution just lacks. I do like how the track starts out a little bit more minimal, and as he is kind of being buried with this loneliness and despair, he can feel the soil falling over his head. The instrumental gets a little bit more lush, kind of depicting that feeling and kind of burying him literally in the mix. So I feel like that is a good idea. I just feel like it's not executed all that well. I mean, it's executed all right. I just feel like a little bit more risk-taking, a little bit more just like, I feel like that ending could hit a little bit harder. It could just, with even more instrumentation, just really hit that mark home. I guess they were trying to keep it somewhat accessible at the same time as having these cool kind of concepts for these songs. But personally for me, I feel like just taking that idea and pushing it a little bit further would have made for a better track. So not terrible, just not great either. Cool little glockenspiel line. I like the instrumental palette on this one a lot. I don't love the writing. Yeah, I feel like the instrumental drags on a little bit too long in the second half here. I do like the instrumental palette quite a bit. A little bit more flavor, a little bit more darkness to that track, but I feel like lyrically this is just one of the more basic ones here. It gives that kind of creepy, sad, male, depressed dude vibe that I know, I feel like people meme the Smiths because of that, and I feel like it's really coming through on this track. I'm outside of your house, I'm alone. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's a little bit, just, it gives a little bit of a fake depressed vibes, you know? I'm not saying that Morrissey wasn't actually depressed during this time. I'm not saying he didn't feel alone. It's just the portrayal of it that feels a little bit insincere, in my opinion. Not my favorite. All right, Cemetry Gates. I am liking how prominent the bass lines are in these songs.
Just like mine, they were born and then they lived and then they died. Seems so unfair, I want to cry. He said, but there's always someone somewhere with a big nose who knows and trips you up and laughs when you fall. He'll trip you up and laugh when you fall. It's sunny day, so let's go where we're wanted and I meet you
At the Cemetry Gates.
But you lose.
Nice. Sweet little track. Very peppy, very bright, joyous, jangly. And it's a cool contrast with the lyrics of this kind of cemetery imagery. I just love how quick Morrissey's singing on this track is. It's very lively and very electric, in my opinion. So that was great. Some great acoustic guitar lines. Just a fun, catchy track. It's not getting lost in itself. It's not taking itself too seriously, in my opinion. Let's keep it going. That was great. Bigmouth strikes again. Carrying the acoustic vibes over. There's something that Morrissey, he kind of scares me in a way, but he also pulls me in a weird way. I don't know. He's got a he just seems like a weird dude, but he's interesting at the same time. Yeah. Nice. Oh, the rhythm on that guitar. The speed. Love how tight the performance on this is. Fantastic. Such a tight guitar performance with the acoustic and the electric, just these super fast riffs, but everything is played and performed super tight and together. I love the character and personality and eccentric kind of feel to Morrissey's vocals on this one quite a bit. And yeah, I feel like that's when this album is at its best, is when it's not taking itself too seriously, I guess. So yeah, let's keep going. Enjoyable. Next track is The Boy with the Thorn in His Side. Nice little vocal runs. That's so good. Fantastic. So good. I love when Morrissey just riffs. Like, he doesn't even have to be saying anything. He can literally just be saying, oh, 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 do, 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 do. Like, it's just, he's got such a great voice that when he does that, it's so fun to listen to. Yeah, another great kind of, just kind of a standard Smith song, in my opinion, but vocal performance really stood out on that one.
I was minding my business, lifting some lead off the roof of the Holy Name Church. It was worth decorative.
Kind of a folky feel to this one. Different. Okay, fun little quick track. Got a real folky feel to it, which feels unique within the context of the album. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about it. I feel like it is a little bit one of the weaker ones. I don't know, lacking a little bit of bite. Yeah, I don't know. Let's keep it going. Last track. Is this the last track? Or wait, second last track. There's a light that never goes out. 400 million streams. There's a good chance that I've heard this. Yes, I've heard it.
Take me out
Tonight.
where there's
Music and there's people and they're young and alive. Driving in your car. I don't care, I'm singing this. Want to go home.
And if a double-decker bus crashes into us,
See, the strings sound great here.
your side is
I didn't love them earlier on the album, but they really fit here.
kills
The both of us to die by your side.
well, the pleasure, the privilege is mine. Thought, oh God, my chance has come at last. But then a strange fear
There's some really nice intricacies to this instrumental that, like that little synth, that I haven't noticed before.
take me
Anywhere, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care.
the bus.
So catchy.
Crashes into us. To die by your side is such a heavenly way to die. To die by your side.
Ooh, bassline's really good on this one. Man, I can just picture all the angsty teenagers in the 80s really connecting to this song, you know, on a deep level. Obviously, it's got that teenage angst. It's this, let's drive together, let's get away so I don't have to be home, which is a very understandable and very relatable idea or feeling. I feel like it is done in a pretty cool way, though. I feel like it captures the youthful feel, it captures that depressive feel, but it doesn't feel insincere like that track earlier. I think it was Never Had No One Ever. So I feel like this one is pretty solid. Obviously, it's super catchy. I think it's one of the most memorable Morrissey vocal performances. A lot of intricacies to the instrumental that I haven't noticed before now that are pretty great. Yeah, overall, it's pretty solid. Let's keep going on to the last track. What the frick? What? The master crescendo and decrescendo? What is happening? Okay. I hope there's a deeper meaning to this that I'm not picking up on.
Some girls' mothers are bigger than other girls' mother.
Okay, maybe it's a critique on it. We'll see.
Cleopatra as he opened a crater veil. Oh, I say, some girls are bigger than others.
What? I'm confused.
And I said, you might.
Am I missing something? Or I don't really get the point of this track. Like, Genius is saying some girls are bigger than others. This is showing his disdain for this idea, and his boredom with this idea of men constantly comparing the size of the breasts of women, obviously. But it feels like, okay, I guess, but there's not much more depth to it other than that. Like, again, unless I'm completely missing something here, it just seems like a very shallow and narrow discussion of an interesting topic. I feel like this topic could be covered in a more interesting way. So yeah, like I said, I don't love that. That's gonna do it for "The Queen Is Dead" by the Smiths. I don't know if I like this as much as the self-titled. I feel like the self-titled didn't take itself as seriously, which resulted in just a more likable album, in my opinion. Because when this album takes itself seriously, it just comes across a little bit insincere. So yeah, I think this is still solid. Just I don't think I enjoyed it as much as self-titled. So there you go. I think instrumentally it's a little bit more interesting. I think even vocally it's a little bit more interesting. I just feel like the lyrics are think they're smarter than they are, you know? So that's going to do it. The Queen is Dead by the Smiths. Let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you want, subscribe if you want. Go join the Patreon to see this uncut. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.